This video is not late, I swear. Pinky swears. Hey everyone, it's me again, Brittany, and I'm here today for my Reading Rush TBR. I know, this is coming a little late. It's uploading like a couple of days before Reading Rush starts, hopefully. Yeah, I'm really excited though because obviously I participated in BookDepository last year, which is what the Reading Rush was formerly known as, and I had a great time. I did daily vlogs. I'm hoping to do daily vlogs again this year. I finished all 7 challenges. I had a great time. I read 7 books. I was really stressed the entire time, and I think I had to take care of my dogs that week, which made it even more stressful. That's all fun and games, and this year we're gonna hopefully do it all over again. So I'm super excited. Obviously Reading Rush has had a whole change of brand, and even the way that the actual readathon is going is an entirely new direction. There is a website for it. I'm gonna put my stuff right here. Please add me as a friend. I would love to see all your guys' progress, and I want you to see mine because hopefully we're gonna encourage each other to actually complete it, you know? There are 7 challenges and there are 7 badges, and there's another badge if you read 7 books, but that's not one of the challenges this year, so let's kind of just jump into it. The first challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover, and for this I am going with Indigo Spell by Rochelle Mead. This is the 3rd book in the Bloodlines series. It is the companion novels to the Vampire Academy series, and I've been kind of just going through these very randomly on audio for this whole year. It's something that I never really thought I'd get to, something I never really thought I'd like, but I used to love the Vampire Academy series, and this is a very nostalgic series for me because of that, and I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit, so they're all about 3 stars for me, but like, that's not good or bad, and it's a very fun listen, and this book actually happened to pop into my Libby account yesterday, and that's just in time for the Reading Rush because I didn't have an audiobook for the whole week, so this is gonna fulfill that challenge, and I'm really excited about it. I obviously don't own the physical copy. The next challenge is to read a book in the same spot the entire time, and for this one you don't actually have to do it in one sitting, you just have to be reading the book in the exact same spot the entire time. Personally, I really don't read in that many spots, but for whatever reason this makes me nervous, so I am picking a pretty tiny book, and that is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. I'm so excited about this, guys. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this graphic novel. It is so wholesome and apparently lovely, and it has to do with little tea dragons that, I don't know, are sweet and stuff. I really don't know what it's about, but I'm very excited to find out what it is about because I just feel like I'm gonna love it so much. This is the Owl Crate edition. I actually went and bought it from their website because I didn't like the giant version, but I don't know. We'll see. I do really like this format though, and I can't wait to actually read it. I think it's gonna be so lovely and so cute, and I haven't decided yet where I'm gonna read it, but it's likely going to be downstairs on my couch since I've been doing a lot of my reading there lately. This next one, this is calling us all out. It is read a book you meant to read last year, and for me, I'm biting the bullet, and I'm gonna freaking finish Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I got 109 pages in earlier this year, last month I believe, when I tried to read it, and I just lost interest and could not get myself through it. I have been wanting to read this since it came out in October. I've just been dying to read it. I got the really cool, like, first print edition where they did the sprayed edges. I was so excited about it, and I even used like the Strange the Dreamer bookmark that we got in a fairy loot box, and I just never finished it. So this is definitely a book that I wanted to read last year. This is definitely a book I want to read this year, and hopefully this is a book that I'm gonna read during this readathon, but that's intimidating because it's like 500 pages? So I'm kind of glad. I'm cheating a little just by having a little bit of a head start, but I feel like it's not that much of a head start, and this is something that actually takes me quite a while to get through, so I just feel like it's not cheating, you know? But I don't know. And Muse of Nightmares is the 2nd book in the Strange the Dreamer duology. It is a book series about Laszlo Strange, who is a librarian, and he loves books, and he's absolutely obsessed with this lost city of Weep. But Weep wasn't what it was always called, and he remembered it having a different name, except for one day he woke up and the only thing that he could remember the city by was Weep, and everyone that had ever known the name could only remember it by Weep. So he's absolutely entranced. He wants to know what happened to it, and he does all this research so that one day when a convoy comes on their way to Weep, they actually take him on in the journey because he's one of the only people that knows the language and knows all these hidden secrets about it. So I'm really excited to finally read Muse of Nightmares. This one can actually count. Most of the books that I've picked out can count for multiple challenges. Obviously, Tea Dragon Society also has a purple thing on the cover. Muse of Nightmares could also definitely count for read a book with a non-human main character. I'm not going to explain that because if you know, you know, but if not, then I'm not going to say anything. My TBR is pretty flexible, so we'll just see how I'm doing that week, and if I get more done, then that's great, but if not, I have backups. This next one is read an author's first book, and I'm actually very excited about this. I went ahead and bought it last week, and I think it's just going to be the perfect kind of book to read during booktube with during the reading rush, and that is The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace. Amanda Lovelace writes poetry books, and I actually own The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one because it had been on sale when I went to Barnes & Noble, but I've always wanted to read The Princess Saves Herself in This One, which on the back it says, the story of a princess turned damsel turned queen, and I love that. I'm so excited to read this. I know that people love her poetry, and it is modern, so if you don't like modern poetry, this probably isn't for you. Personally, I kind of enjoy it, so I'm gonna be okay with it, and I'm very excited. It's gonna be a fast read, and I'm definitely going to like annotate through it, but I don't know how I'm gonna annotate yet. I've never annotated a poetry collection, so we'll just see how that goes. I obviously don't really know what it's about. I know that it's empowering, I know that it's poetry, and I know that it's a princess turned damsel turned queen. Which, who doesn't love that? That one could also count for the challenge that I'm going to talk about in a little, which is the 5 or more words. This next one is read a book with a non-human main character. Now for this, I am very up in the air. I have multiple options because, well, I own multiple books that have non-human main characters, but none of them were books that I wanted to read for the reading rush, so I'm just gonna go with the flow and see which one strikes my fancy in the moment. The first book I have is Circe by Madeline Miller. Obviously this follows the Greek goddess Circe, who is a witch goddess, I believe, and it is amazing and epic, and I can't wait to read it. I've heard nothing but good things. This is Rhiannon over at Crescent Moon Reads' favorite book, so I'm sure it is amazing because they always have the best suggestions and recommendations, so I can't wait to pick this up if I do. Also, this is on my top 19 books to read in 2019, so it would be knocking 2 birds with 1 stone, you know? Besides that, I also have Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. This is short stories from the Grishaverse universe, and I'm sure that one of the short stories has to have a non-human main character. That's why I picked this up for it. I also think it's just lovely. It has artwork. It's so fantastic. It just depends, again, on how much time I have. This is obviously my easier option because short stories tend to be faster to read instead of, you know, a full book. But if I end up picking Circe up on audio, then that would be maybe a good idea, because if I finish Indigo and I need another audiobook, I'm gonna pick up Circe because I've heard really, really good things about those audiobooks. But I don't know. This could also count for the 5 or more words challenge, so. Or I have Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I know that I really wanted to read this book this month, and that's why it's on this TBR, because I didn't know where else to fit it in with all these challenges. I wanted to read it this month. I'm definitely intrigued by it, and I want to get to it, so I kind of put it in for this challenge, but again, it's an actual book, so it just depends on how much time I have. Oh, isn't that cool? Sorcery of Thorns and Language of Thorns. That's cute. They have like very similar fonts. Do you see that? Like, do you see? The fonts are super similar. I like that. I mean, interesting, but yeah. This next one is pick a book that has 5 or more words in the title. Obviously, apparently I read a ton of books that have 5 or more words in the title, but for this one specifically, I chose Night of Cake and Puppets. I always say Poppets. I don't know why I say Poppets. I just always have Pirates of the Caribbean reeling in my mind. Night of Cake and Puppets by Laini Taylor. This is a short story of 2 of the characters, the side characters in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, and I heard that it's so adorable and cute and lovely, and I thought it would be a nice fast read. Oh, there's also like artwork in it. So that should be fun. I think that this is a really good opportunity for me to read this because otherwise I just don't know when I'd pick it up. I tend to be pretty bad at picking up books that have like passed their prime, you know what I mean? But like, look how lovely this is without the cover. So I'm really excited. It's following Susanna and Mick, which, I mean, if you read Daughter of Smoke and Bone, you know who they are, and I don't know much else about it. I know that it's like dates or something like that. So, like dates between the 2 of them, not like a date. You know, I don't know. And I know Language of Thorns is only 4, but I'm counting in the Midnight Tales and Dangerous Magic subtitle, so oh my gosh, this next one is the one I am most excited for. I've been so excited ever since I thought about doing it for this challenge, and it just keeps building excitement. It works so perfectly for my owls because it fits in with one of the challenges there too, and I'm really, 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 really excited. So let's kind of talk about it, because the last challenge is to read and watch a book to movie adaptation. So I don't know if you've guessed, you probably might have guessed already from the thumbnail, but I'm reading Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I'm so excited. I've never reread the series, and I was kind of nervous putting this on my 19 books to read in 2019 because I thought I wasn't going to be excited about it, but ever since I read Carry On, I've really been wanting to reread the Harry Potter series again because I just felt like all these very nostalgic vibes. I was just super curious to see because I've never really reread a book from my childhood, so I'm excited. I just feel like it's going to be a very lovely experience. I think I'm going to have such a good time. I'm definitely going to annotate. I'm not going to be reading this copy because of that. This is like the fancy 20 years edition. This is Gryffindor because if you guys didn't know, I was Gryffindor, but now I'm Slytherin. I'm more of a Slytherdor, let's be quite honest, but I've always felt a little bit like I'm 60% Slytherin, 40% Gryffindor probably. Maybe even like less, like 70% Slytherin, 30% Gryffindor. Either way, I know there's Gryffindor in me, so I'm probably always gonna just do the switching. Chamber of Secrets, I'm gonna probably get in Slytherin colors. Well, the next one I'll get in Gryffindor. I don't know. We'll see how I end up doing this collection. That's not really what this video is about. Yeah, I'm just really, really excited. I think it's gonna be lovely. I'm gonna annotate. I'm gonna just have a really grand time reading this, and then after I'm done, I'm gonna watch the Harry Potter movie, which I've never done back to back. I've never read it and then back to back watched the movie, which I think is gonna be even better. I haven't rewatched the first one in so long, so I'm really, really, really excited about this. I think it's just gonna be great. This is another one that could count for the 5 or more words challenge, and the US editions can count for purple on the cover, and oh, read an author's first book. So if you want to knock a lot of birds with one stone, I recommend Harry Potter. They are really fast reads, they're very tiny, and they're quick. Yeah, and those are all the books. I'm definitely gonna end up reading 7 books no matter what, so I'm excited to see which 7 they will be, because I don't think I'll read 8. I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I'll read more than 7. Let's put that out in the universe, but I'm incredibly excited. I'm going to be doing my reading vlogs a little differently this upcoming reading rush, because last year it was really stressful to film the entire day, and at the end of the day to have to edit and try and upload, and then you guys were always watching my videos belatedly, and I didn't really like that. So this year I'm actually going to be filming on Monday only the first half of the day, and then I'm gonna upload that video, and then Tuesday you're gonna see the rest of Monday and the first half of Tuesday. So I think it's just gonna be a more cohesive way of filming, and it doesn't make sense right now, but I feel like it'll make sense in the moment, so I'm excited for you guys to see. I'm excited for the reading rush. I made a spread. Still don't know what the video challenges are gonna be. I don't know if they've announced them, and I've just been really bad, but yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun. And don't forget to add me on Reading Rush. I can't wait to see how it all goes, like what books I end up reading and things like that. Let me know if we have any of the same books on our TBRs. Let me know if I actually did some good suggesting, because I feel like I actually picked out some good books to suggest out to you guys. I feel like everyone owns Harry Potter, so seriously, if you want to participate, that knocks out like 4 of the challenges, so check it out, you know? I am very excited. I hope you guys are too. Let me know what books are on your TBR. I'm gonna go because I have to do some editing right now. So I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
We're beautiful creatures.